Hello students, welcome to my second class on software project management. Today we have to discuss on improving software economics. Five basic parameters of the software cost model are reducing the size or complexity of what needs to be developed, improving the development process using more skilled personnel and better teams, not necessarily the same thing, using the better environments, tools to automate the process, trading off or backing off on quality thresholds. These parameters are given in priority order most software domains. Some of the technology developments, process improvement efforts, and management approaches targeted at improving the economics of software development and integration. Reducing the software product size. The most significant way to improve affordability and return on investment is usually produce a product that achieves the design goals with the minimum amount of human generated source material. Component based development is introduced as general term for reducing the source language size to achieve a software solution. Reuse, object oriented technology, automatic code production, and higher order programming languages are all focused on achieving a given system with fewer lines of human specified source of directives. Size reduction is the primary motivation behind improvement in higher order languages such as C++, Ada, Java, Visual Basic, automatic code generators, case tools, visual modeling tools, GUI builders, reuse of commercial components, operating systems, windowing environments, database management systems, middleware networks, and object oriented technologies, unified modeling language, visual modeling tools, architecture framework. The reduction is defined in terms of human generated source material. In general, when size reducing technologies, they reduce the number of human generated source lines. Languages. Universal function points are useful estimators for language independent early life cycle estimates. The basic units of function points are external user inputs, external outputs, internal logical data groups, external data interfaces, and external inquiries. SLOC metrics are useful estimators for software after a candidate solution is formulated and an implementation language is known. Substantial data have been documented relating SLOC to function points. Some of the results are assembly level language takes almost 320 lines, then C language takes 128 lines, Fortran takes 105 lines code, COBOL 85 takes 91, ADA takes 71, C++ takes 56, ADA 95 takes 55, Java takes 55, but VB only takes 35. Object-oriented methods and visual modeling. Object-oriented technology is not germane to most of the software management topics discussed here, and books on the object-oriented technology abound. Object-oriented programming languages appears to benefit both software productivity and software quality. The fundamental impact of object-oriented technology is in reducing the overall size of what needs to be developed. People like drawing pictures to explain something to others or to themselves. When they do it for software system, they call these picture diagrams or diagrammatic models, and the very notation for them a modeling language. These are interesting examples of interrelationships among the dimensions of improving software economics. An object model of the problem and its solution encourages a common vocabulary between the end users of a system and its developers, thus creating a shared understanding of the problem being solved. The use of continuous integration creates opportunities to recognize the risk early and make incremental corrections without destabilizing the entire development effort. An object-oriented architecture provides a clear separation of concern among disparate elements of a system, creating firewalls that prevents a change in one part of the system from rending the fabric of the entire architecture. Booch also summarized 5 characteristics of a successful object-oriented project. A ruthless focus on the development of a system that provides well understood collection of essential minimal characteristics. The existence of a culture that is centered on results encourages communication, and yet it is not afraid to fail. The effective use of object-oriented modeling. The existence of strong architectural vision. The application of well-managed iterative incremental development life cycle. Reuse. Reusing existing components and building reusable components have been natural software engineering activities since the earliest improvements in programming languages, with reuse in order to minimize development cost while achieving all other required attributes of performance, feature set, and quality. Try to treat reuse a mundane part of achieving a return on investment. Most truly reusable components of value are transitioned to commercial products supported by organizations with the following characteristics. They have an economic motivation for continued support. They take ownership of improving product quality, adding new features, and transitioning to new technologies. They have a sufficiently broad customer base to be profitable. The cost of developing a reusable component is not trivial. Examines the economic trade-offs. The steep initial curve illustrates the economic obstacle to developing reusable components. Reuse is an important discipline that has an impact on the efficiency of all workflows and the quality of most artifacts. Commercial components. A common approach being pursued today in many domains is to maximize integration of commercial components and off-the-shelf products. With the use of commercial components is certainly desirable as a means of reducing custom development. It has not proven to be straightforward in practice. That identifies some of the advantages and disadvantages of using commercial components. Improving software process. Meta process. Process is an overloaded term. Three distinct processes are perspectives: meta process, macro process, micro process. Meta process is an organization policies, procedures, and practices for pursuing a software intensive line of business. The focus of this process is on organizational economics, long-term strategies, and software ROI. Macro process. A project policies, procedures, and practices for producing a complete software product within certain cost, schedule, and quality constraints. The focus of the macro process is on creating an adequate instance of the meta process for specific set of constraints. Micro process. A project term policies, procedures, and practices for achieving an artifact of the software process. The focus of the micro process is on achieving an intermediate product baseline with adequate quality and adequate functionality as economically and rapidly as practical. Although these three levels of process overlap somewhat, they have different objectives, audiences, metrics, concerns, and timescales. In a perfect software engineering world with an immaculate problem description and obvious solution space, a development term of experience, genius, adequate resources, and stakeholders with common goals, we could execute a software development process in one iteration with almost no scrap and rework. Because we work in an imperfect world, However, we need manage engineering activities so that scrap and rework profiles do not have an impact on the win conditions of any stakeholder. This should be underlying premise for most process improvements. Improving team effectiveness. Team is much more important than some of the individuals. With software terms, a project manager needs to configure a balance of solid talent with highly skilled people in the leverage positions. Some maximize of team management includes the following. A well-managed project can succeed with a nominal engineering team. A mismanaged project will almost never succeed even with an expert team of engineers. A well-architected system can be built by a nominal team of software builders. A poorly architected system will founder even with an expert team of builders. Barry Boehm 5 strategic principles are: the principle of top talent, use better and fewer people. The principle of job matching, fit the task to the skills and motivation of the people available. The principle of career progression, an organization does best in the long run by helping its people to self actualization. The principle of team balance, select people who will complement and harmonize with one another. The principle of phase out, keeping a misfit on the team does not benefit anyone. Software project managers need many leadership qualities in order to enhance team effectiveness. The following are some of the official attributes of successful software managers that deserves much more attention. Hiring skills. Few decisions are important as hiring decisions. Placing the right person in the right job seems obvious but is surprisingly hard to achieve. Decision making skill. The Jillian books written about management have failed to provide a clear definition of this attribute. We all know a good leader when we run into one, and decision making skill seems obvious despite its intangible definition. Team building skill. Teamwork requires that a manager establish trust, motivate, progress, exploit eccentric prima donnas, transition average people into top performers, eliminate misfits, and consolidate diverse opinions into team direction. Selling skill. Successful project managers must sell all stakeholders on decisions and priorities, sell candidates on job positions, sell charges to status quo in the face of resistance, and sell achievements against objectives. In practice, selling requires continuous negotiation, compromise, and empathy. Improving automation through software environments. The tools and environments used in the software process generally have a linear effect on the productivity of the process. Planning tools, requirements management tools, visually modeling tools, compilers, editors, debuggers, quality assurance analysis tools, test tools, and user interface provides crucial automation support for evolving the software engineering artifacts. Above all, configuration management environments provides the foundation for executing and instrument the process. At first order, the isolated impact of tools and automation generally allows the improvement of 20% to 40% effort. However, tools and environment must be viewed as the primary delivery vehicle for process automation and improvement, so their impact can be much higher. Automation of the design process provides payback in quality. The ability to estimate costs and schedules and overall productivity using a smaller team. Round trip engineering describe the key capability of environments that supports iterative development. As we have had moved into maintaining different information repositories for the engineering artifacts, we need automation support to ensure efficient and error-free transition of data from one artifact to another. Forward engineering is the automation of one engineering artifact from another. More abstract representation. For example, compilers and linkers have provided automation transition of source code into executable code. Reverse engineering is the generation or modification of a more abstract representation from an existing artifact. For example, creating a visual design model from source code representation. Economic improvements associated with tools and environments. It is common for tool vendors to make relatively accurate individual assessments of life cycle activities to support claims about the potential economic impact of their tools. For example, it is easy to find statements such as following from companies in a particular tool. Requirements analysis and evaluation activities consume 40% of the life cycle cost. Software design activities have an impact more than 50% of the resources. Coding and unit testing activities consumes about 50% of the software development effort and schedule. Test activities can consume as much as 50% of the project's resources. Configuration control and change management are critical activities that can consume as much as 25% of resources on a large scale project. Documentation activities can consume more than 30% of the project engineering resources. Project management, business administration, and progress assessment can consume as much as 30% of the project budget. Achieving required quality. Software best practices are derived from the development process and technologies, summarizes the some dimensions of quality improvement. Key practices that improves overall software quality includes focusing on driving requirements and critical use cases early in the life cycle, focusing on the requirements, completeness and traceability late in the life cycle, and focusing throughout the life cycle on a balance between requirements evolution, design evolution and plan evolution, using metrics and indicators to measure the progress and quality of an architecture as it evolves from high-level prototype into fully compliant product, providing integrated lifecycle environments that support early and continuously configuration control, change management, rigorous design methods, document automation and regression test automation, using visual modeling and higher level languages that support architectural control abstraction, reliable programming, reuse and self-documentation, early and continuous insight into performance issues through destination-based evolutions. Conventional development process stressed early sizing and timing estimates of computer program resources utilization. However, the typical chronology of events in performance assessment was as follows. Project inception, the proposed design was assessed to be low risk with adequate performance margin. Initial design review, optimistic assessment of adequate design margin were based mostly on paper analysis or rough simulation of the critical threads. In most cases, the actual application algorithms and database sizes were fairly well understood. Mid-life cycle design review. The assessments started whittling away the margin as early benchmarks and initial tests began exposing the optimism inherent and earlier estimates. Integration and testing, serious performance problems were uncovered, necessitating fundamental changes in the architecture. The underlying architecture was usually scapegoat, but the real culprit was immature use of infrastructure. Immature architectural solutions are purely understood early design trade-offs. Peer inspections, a pragmatic view. Peer inspections are frequently overhyped as the key aspect of quality system. In my experience, peer reviews are valuable as secondary mechanisms, but they are rarely significant contributors to quality compared with the following primary quality mechanisms with indicators, which should be emphasized in the management process. Transition engineering information from one artifact set to another, thereby assessing consistency, feasibility, understandability, and technology. Constraints inherent in the engineering artifacts. A major milestone demonstrates that force the artifacts to be assessed against tangible criteria in the context of relevant use cases. Environment tools, compilers, debuggers, analyzers, automated test suites that ensure representation rigor, consistency, completeness, and change control. Lifecycle testing for detailed insight into the trade-offs, acceptance criteria, and requirements of companies. As a natural byproduct of the process. Therefore, the coverage of inspection should be across all others rather than across all components.